De Waal Foundation was established in 1985 by the Dutch entrepreneur Kees de Waal. Once Kees de Waal conceded its enterprises to the younger generation, he wanted to devote his retirement to the art and offer his money and energy for a better future for the children in Latin America. Since then, the De Waal Foundation has supported over 100 projects in 11 Latin American countries. Kees personally visited many of these projects and dedicated his vast knowledge and experience in the business world to social projects.
Kees, you are a man of direct action.
Street children were supported by the De Waal Foundation between 1985 and 1997 through training centers for their educators. The goal of training is that one should not only give charity and food to children on the street, but seek for the causes why they are living on the street and promote their return to home and school. The Waal Foundation has trained over 100,000 teachers, social workers, advocates, and volunteers from nearly 3,000 institutions who reached over 1 million boys and girls of the street. Currently, many of these projects are still being run by local organizations. Alongside, the foundation started in 1985 also projects for children with disabilities. In Bolivia, 2 rehabilitation centers were built, specially for children with polio, where De Waal Foundation treated more than 1,000 children. These children came from all over the country, crying because they did not want to leave their home and were attended for about 6 months at the centers. And when they could go back home, again they cried because they did not want to leave the centers and return to the poverty in their community. Therefore, in 1993, the Waal Foundation launched a new program called RIC, Rehabilitation in the Community. Thus, not only the children could remain in their communities, but also their parents and local organizations could be trained. This model of integration has been extended by De Waal Foundation to 6 countries, involving over 2,000 organizations and 500,000 participants. Many of these organizations and others that have joined are still working with this model of integration. In 1999, De Waal Foundation decided to go one step further. After supporting children with disabilities, De Waal Foundation decided to work on the prevention of disabilities, particularly before and during pregnancy. In developing countries, out of every 20 babies, at least 1 will be born with a deficiency. For many babies, this deficiency is so serious that it becomes a lifelong disability. From the causes of birth defects, half are still unknown, but the other half is caused by the absence of professional medical services, especially in marginalized urban and rural areas. And if there are medical services, the consultations and treatments are too expensive. There is insufficient medical team and equipment for prenatal checkups. Poverty, malnutrition, lack of sanitary conditions, and inhumane working conditions may cause handicaps for newborns. Other causes of birth with disabilities are the beliefs, myths, and habits regarding pregnancy. Increased levels of teenage pregnancy, use of drugs, alcohol, and self-medication. The use of hazardous chemicals, and the negative attitude towards family planning. Adolescents are at greater risk than women between 20 and 34 years of age. And out of every 4 women, 1 is victim of violence during pregnancy. A lot of deficiencies are not visible at birth, but are developed some years later, with problems in delayed development. But what can we do to prevent? In 2000, the Waal Foundation started a big project to decrease the causes of disability, seeking a change of lifestyle in all men and women. The project has 3 main activities: training of professionals, increasing awareness of the general public, and including the theme of prevention of disabilities in ministries, universities, colleges, and private organizations. The Waal Foundation does not create parallel programs for prevention, but develops strategic alliances with governmental and non-governmental organizations. In this way, the Waal Foundation promotes that prevention will be embedded in existing projects of pregnant women, adolescents, counseling, programs for sexual and reproductive health. To reach a larger number of beneficiaries, the Waal Foundation has created a pyramid system of training. First, the foundation trains a group of monitors across the country. Then, each monitor will train about 20 professionals from hospitals, schools, social workers, and community workers. All of them work with a target population, for which the Waal Foundation has developed many educational materials. In this way, the Foundation de Waal has trained more than 10,000 professionals from 2,000 institutions with simple key messages for millions of women and men.
Todos los embarazos deben ser deseados y planificados. Por eso decimos, el embarazo debe durar 12 meses, 3 meses de planificación más 9 meses de gestación.
For the Waal Foundation, it is a big challenge to continue this work because every baby has the right to a healthy start. For a better future, we have to invest now.